Hi, welcome to another episode of Chasing Profits. And as you can see, we still got that glare in my glasses. But we've got it kind of from a couple of angles this time because I've got a light here and I have my phone screen right here. Now, today I want to talk about some stuff that you've probably already heard about. It's slow sales. The past 3 weeks, this whole past month, actually, the past 30 days has been the worst in my 6-month history with eBay. Um, and that's even with making top rated plus. And I really thought that would make a difference, and I actually got my store level above 100. I'm actually, being more proactive. So we're going to back up, talk about the slow sales, the ad blocking software. I want to put my spin on that, and then we're going to get into what I'm doing myself to try to compensate and make the situation better, okay? All right. In business, I've seen slumps before, okay? I've been in business for the better part of 2 decades, and there's been good times, and there's been bad times. And you can't have it both ways all the time. It just doesn't work like that. You're going to hit a bad slump. Now, when this happened, okay, the first weekend I wasn't too concerned because it was just the third bad weekend I'd had in 6 months. But then the second weekend came and it happened again, and during the week, it was like, what's going on here? Okay, well, I've called eBay. I'm like, let's refresh the store, watch videos, learned how to do that on my own. Okay, might have picked up for a day or so. It takes like 24 to 48 hours, they say, once you refresh for that to really kind of kick in and take effect. And, it picked up, but it was sporadic pickups, okay? Nothing was continuous. Now, this weekend was the third week in a row. And honestly, up until last night when I went searching YouTube myself and trying to find out, was anybody going through anything similar, that's when I heard about all of the adware, ad blocking software stuff, and the promoted listings, and it blocking them. Now, I did some research on my own, and I did read within the pages of our beloved eBay that it does state, because it's in the FAQs, does adware blocking software affect promoted listings? And it states in there a small percentage. Small percentage, quote. Now, I'm hearing everything from them not being seen at all to some it's not affecting. I don't use any ad blocking software on my phone or my PC. So I have been watching, though, how many views I'm getting on my listings, and I've noticed a decline. And I was running every one of them at promoted. Now, what I've decided to do, taking into consideration watching about 4 different videos from very well respected sellers, resellers, that know what they're talking about and what they're doing, I've decided to do a little experiment of my own. I'm going to do a percentage. I'm going to promote a small percentage and non-promote the rest. and we're going to see what happens. I can say that a well-known brand name product, that doesn't matter, it's Tommy Hilfiger. It's a wallet. I found it 3.5 pages deep. Now, the problem was when I got to the third page, now the first 2 pages were all top rated plus sellers. Seniority was the only explanation I could come up with. They had been, top rated plus way longer than me. September 20th, Labor Day weekend is when I actually became top rated plus, but they told me it would not go into effect until September 20th. I guess that's evaluation day or something. It is on my listings now. But mine was still promoted at the highest. 11.1 is what that was being promoted at. Was 3.5 pages deep. And it even came in underneath non-top rated. And that's when I turned my promoted listing off for that particular item. I figured if it's that deep in there, nobody's seen it anyway. I got more views running it through social media. Ran it through Facebook, and my Facebook is connected to my Twitter, goes to LinkedIn, does not go straight to Instagram. I haven't found out how to connect those dots, but I have found some software that it's a Chrome extension for IG, and I've been working with it, and actually I've not figured it out at 100%, but what little bit I have learned actually works. I'm gaining followers. I still don't know a lot about IG, but I'm learning. And that's, at times like this when your sales are slow, learn, list. Start listing your items. Start researching and learning stuff that you need to know about. I can go back and what today, okay, let's say you're making 10 grand a month. Okay. Now back 10, 12 years ago, 10 grand a month was less. All right. But there would be some months that I didn't make a quarter of that. Okay. And I wasn't making 10, but it would have been the equivalent of that today. Now, I know I'm nowhere close to that now. I've only been in this for 6 months. I got a long ways to go. I did not get to where I was the first time in 6 months, and I'm not going to get there in 6 months this time. And it's just not going to happen. Unless the only way I see that happening is you've got a bunch of money to get some really great products out there, and I really honestly at this point don't know what to tell you because of the promoted listings and the adware blocking software issue, because it's an issue. I don't have no screenshots I can show you though, but I did look at enough from different videos to know that some have no effect, some have complete effect. 100% blocking does not show. You could even, one guy showed the title verbatim, could not find the item because it was on promoted listings. So I'm not telling you to shut your promoted listings off. I'm not telling you to keep them on. I'm telling you to do what you feel like you need to do for you, just like what I've decided that I'm going to do for me, which is I'm going to do a percentage. I'm going to split it up and see what happens. Like I said, I've hit slumps before. I wasn't prepared for it financially. The backup money wasn't there. August, I had some pitfalls that had to be handled that were actually that money was actually supposed to go to the business, and it was supposed to get my first my first like store returns, or it was from a wholesaler, is liquidation pallet. There you go, got it. Pallets, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna learn to edit these videos. I do not know how yet, so please excuse the oohs, ahs, ums, whats, and stupidity. I will get better at it, but this is more of a serious issue video. Like I said, I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I plan to do. I've already stated what I plan to do. I'm going to be more proactive. I'm going to start listing. I have an Etsy, Bonanza, Amazon accounts that I'm not using. I'm going to start using them. I'm going to even open up Poshmark. I'm going to delve into this 100. I feel right now is the time. I've hit a slump, and when you hit slumps, you got to look for other ways to make it work, especially if you're dependent on that income. You got to find a way to make it work. And I'm sorry about the jumping thing there. I had it on a board, and it's set pretty steady. It's just not steady enough. But the next video, it will be, I promise. Okay. Okay, now, Top Rated Plus. I did it in just under 6 months. So, okay. There, I gave myself a pat on the back. But that's not why I did that. You can do it too. It can be done. Good customer service. That's all it takes. Good customer service. Do what you need to do. One business day shipping or same day. Free returns. You do not have to do 100% free shipping. I did find that out. You can actually charge shipping on some of your items and still be Top Rated Plus. So if that's something you want to shoot for, go for it, because it's really not that hard to do. I mean, especially if you're one of these people that just wants to do your job and do it well, you're going to get there anyway. It doesn't matter. It's going to happen. If you're one of these people that you kind of want to skim by and do it as cheap as possible, I don't know. You know, maybe you're reselling is not your main thing. Maybe it's a hobby for you, or a part-time something else to do. For some of us, though, it's a real serious issue. And for me, it's a business. It's a 100% bona fide real business. So I treat it as a real business. I have my reseller's license, my federal, I have all the paperwork. Like I said, I am going to become more proactive in the Facebook groups, more proactive with this YouTube channel, and staying up with the people I follow, because that's how I learn stuff. And sometimes, you know, you need someone that knows, no, not sometimes, you always need someone that knows more than you about it to kind of guide, because there is no manual for this, and you can't write a manual for it because they're always trying new things. The new changes with the promoted listings, like we used to get to. We used to get the promoted, sponsored, and then the regular organic too. Now we get one. Either the organic or the promoted. And what they say is the promoted is not being seen by a lot of, you know, not the adware is blocking people from seeing it. Now, I did go to a category that I do sell in occasionally. I don't do it full time. I wished I could, because it is a moneymaker. I noticed from last month to this month, there was less than 100 listings in that category a month ago. There's 491 right now. I don't know how many of them are still there from where they just weren't seen, or did that many people with the sales slump, because this is an item that will sell. It'll sell fast. Sometimes I can list it and it's gone within 5 minutes. It sells very quickly. Very quickly. Anyway, I don't know if people have just, like jumped to that in desperation. I'm not real sure. I did tick a few of them as watch, so I'm kind of doing a little experiment of my own with that one just to see, how long it takes it to sell. Some of them had them priced low. Some of them had them priced at the regular rates. Some even a little higher. So I ticked off a few watching just to see what's going to happen with it. Okay, a couple other things I did want to mention. Well, I pretty much did talk about it, because like that certain category, and promotions, promoting your items, social media. I have I got like 4,000 almost 4,000. I used to have over 4,000, but it's, I think, a little under that now, because I was away from it for a while and I kind of switched what I'm doing. But what I have noticed is where I have dropped off, I am starting to pick up more people in the e-commerce world. So that's a good thing. Utilize that. If you've got a Facebook business page, fan page, whatever they call it now, utilize it. I'm not a marketplace fan, but hey, it's a slump. So we do what we got to do. So I'm going to start utilizing it as well. When we get in slumps, we do what we have to do, because like I said, many of us depend on this to put food on our tables, to pay the light bills, to pay our bills. It's what we do for a living. And you got to do what you got to do in a slump, But being proactive in more areas, you can do that at any time. You don't have to be in a slump. You don't have to wait for a slump to hit. You can just do that and then be prepared. Because if in all honesty, if I had been being more proactive in the groups, one of them I pay to be a member of, and I bet I haven't been there twice, but I bet I'd be there more now. I would have been more prepared for this slump and how to handle it. Brand names. Brand names are going to always sell better than non-branded items. And I'm going to give you an example. I've got like 15 to 20 shirts. Carhartt, Under Armour, a bunch of NFL, just a whole bunch of, pretty cool shirts. Well, the Under Armour and the Carhartts, I didn't even put best offers on them, but I've already had people contacting me wanting to know if I'll take $2, $3, $4 under. And on the Under Armour shirt, I'm like, yes, because I'm in a slump, you see. Because I had really priced it lower than the other Under Armour shirts exactly like it. But it's okay, because I got a good deal on that particular shirt. It is brand new, but I picked it up. Honestly, got it really, it was at a church type sale thing, and they had all kinds of stuff. That one was new. The Carhartt is pre-owned, but in very, very good condition. It does have a slight discoloration, and I took a good picture of that. But it's really only noticeable as you like get up there and inspect it. You know, if you're not looking for it, you're not going to see it. But I want, you know, if I'm selling that shirt, I want the buyer to be aware. And that's another thing. If you're going to sell something, list it as it is. If it has a defect, a scratch, make sure they know it and see it. Because an item not as described is really not a good thing to have on your record. It goes against you, and if you're like me, right now I've only got 75 little numbers next to my name despite the TRS or TRP, Top Rated Plus. It would murder me. Literally. So, you know, take pictures. You know, if it's got like a little defect, make sure that you get a close-up of that and that they're aware and they know it's there. And price accordingly. Price competitively, of course, but price accordingly as well. And I'm not saying give it away. By no means, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to make this is probably the shortest video I've made, and if I knew how to edit it, I could probably chop a good 6-7 minutes out of it, but I don't. But I did want to talk about this. I do feel like that change will come. We just gotta all just bunker down and do what we gotta do for now. This too shall pass, as they say. It's like this. Look at the money loss. If you take $1 away from each eBay seller, and it's taken away from eBay, how much does that total up to? It's a lot of money, ain't it? Yeah. Okay. You just keep that thought in mind. eBay is not in the business to lose money. Now, I'm not going to say that they're not going to try new things. All businesses try new things. But they don't always work. And then change comes. So, I feel the outcome of this is really going to be okay. But for right now, be more proactive. List more. Do as many listings as you can. Take good photographs. I'm still working on perfection on mine, or getting them better. Perfection, I don't like that word. But I'm trying to get them, you know, to look as good as possible. And just list. The more items you have in there, though, that also boosts your store up or your business up. Because I know some of you do not have stores. But it will, the more items you have listed, the higher you'll get up in the search results. And this is just stuff that I have picked up along the way of my journey. Okay? Thanks for joining in, and I'll be back pretty soon with an update to this. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.